Ready? Cocktail!
I had alcohol in my mouth, I almost lost it. So I just
My
mouthed
guts
it.
never stopped you.
I know.
Woo!
Well, hello everyone. Hello.
Episode 17.
17. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm so fucking old. My hip hurts so bad this week. I was working in the garden all week, but it's beautiful, yes.
Yes, your garden is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
You've been very productive.
I have
Thoroughly
been.
impressed.
I know. And then, thank you, Richard. I really appreciate that because I am that right now. And then another exciting thing is that Hot Trainer is gone for another week or so.
He is.
So I have been eating and drinking everything before I start training. I have gotten so fucking fat that we got to go to dinner the other night to Water Grill, one of my favorite places. Me and Nicole and Adriana were like, we're gonna go because before they shut us all the way back down again, we're gonna go have dinner one last time. And I got dressed cute that night and I wore a belt. I don't even think you know this.
Yo, but I can't wait.
So I went to the bathroom, and when I was putting my belt back on, I was like, why isn't it going to where it normally goes to? What's wrong with me? So I pulled it real tight, and I put it in the, I was like, okay, it fits. And then I went, and the belt went, bing!
Shut up! Oh my
So I
God!
had the buckle totally broke off of the leather part of it. And I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed to bring, and it was a really nice belt. It was a very expensive Calvin Klein belt. And I was so embarrassed to bring the broken belt back to the table that I just threw it in the trash at the Water Grill. So if you found my belt at the Water Grill,
Oh my God, that's
last
amazing.
Tuesday night, it was mine.
Well, listen.
So that's how fat I am.
Well,
Speaking of not being fat, look at these legs, look at this dress, look at how tan you are.
thank you.
Oh,
Thank
so what
you.
have you been up to this week?
Tanning.
So you and Adriana are living together now.
We do, yes.
So what is that like?
It's-
Lots of tchotchkes around the house,
well,
right?
we're both
That
rather.
woman has more shit than I have ever seen in my life.
both
You are so
rather-
not look at you. You're
You
like,
won't
"Ah."
let me finish a sentence. I said we're both rather OCD, so everything is very clean all the time. We can't even. I can't even keep up with you. If I leave a dish, it's clean and put away.
Oh, that's nice. You should
I
come live
know.
with me for a week.
No, hell no. Listen, just like set a bomb and start over.
I'm ready to. Well, part of the problem I have, the issue I have, is because you keep getting fucking dogs and leaving them with me.
Listen, we're not talking about the animals. We did that last week and it was super boring.
I know, you keep saying it was boring, but people love our dogs, and the cat brought in 2 birds today, but we'll just let that go.
I know.
But you know what? I'm very
But this
sad.
is the point that we've reached in our
Well, but what the fuck else are we
quarantining
supposed to
is-
do? I have
know.
dogs, I have a garden.
We've gotten
I'm
down
gonna paint the
to,
bathroom next week.
Well, it's exciting. I mean, other people have been doing things. Jeff's been cleaning out his house
I know.
and
it's-
his car and his garage. He's found treasures he didn't even know he had from 20 years ago.
I know, he's bringing them to us.
I know. No, we're getting the random shit. I'm waiting for something really good to show up.
Like the Billy Joel albums.
Like some Billy Joel albums.
Yes,
Just saying.
or some coins.
I know. He was like, what should I do with all my coins? I'm like, I'll take them. Vince,
So,
have you been cleaning? What have you been doing?
Wait, I'm sorry, Vince.
Wait.
I am empty.
Oh,
Well, God forbid.
I know.
How would we ever go on?
Can we have a cocktail, please?
The moisture's been sucked out of the air.
Ah, here he is! It's our Racy tonight.
Thanks, darling.
Oh,
Woo, look at those
butt.
butts.
Oh, I love that butt. That's our Racy boy.
Why do I feel like I'm farther away
Can
today?
you reach it? Can you reach it?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. God. I mean, what was life like before we had cute boys serving us liquor?
I've always had cute boys serving me. Now, this is a Bahama Mama.
The
3
Bahama
different types
Mama.
of rum, orange juice, pineapple, and a little grenadine.
Yes.
Now, back to Vince, our other Bahama Mama up there. So,
You guys
are
doing
you
okay?
cleaning? What are you doing these days?
I'm doing a lot of teaching, and summer school just ended, so I am Ready to get some drinks in my hand.
Yeah. Well, cheers
And-
to you.
Your little baby is gonna be 5 next week, right?
5 years old next weekend.
Oh my gosh.
5 years old. Are you ready for that?
I am. She's just singing her butt off every day, and I
I
totally
love it.
She
encourage
should
her.
come on the show.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be fun?
Awesome.
Awesome to see that.
Oh, so 5 years old, kindergarten, but you're gonna wait a little while? What's going on there?
Yeah, we're just waiting for, we're waiting for everything to calm down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to keep it safe.
Good. Well, that's fantastic. How's the rest of your family? How are your parents? They're in Fontana, right?
Everyone's good. Everyone's healthy, so that's all I can ask for.
Do they watch the show? Do they watch you?
Yeah, my wife watches. I don't think, my mom, I don't think I've told her about this.
They're like, Damien says fuck too much, so we can't
Better
watch
if you
it.
don't.
know.
Yeah. Mom doesn't need to know.
And speaking about birthdays coming up, your beautiful wife, Debbie, she has a birthday tomorrow?
Who knows?
Well,
He's like, don't put me on
What
the
day
spot,
is it?
when
Damien.
the hell is
These
this?
are extreme details.
I think it was last week, I think, right? Or was it 2 weeks ago?
God only knows.
Listen,
July
we've lost
26th.
all sense of time and space, but happy birthday, Debbie Ebert. We love and
Yeah,
adore
we
you.
missed the actual related.
Richard may not,
You're in
but
so much
I
trouble.
sure do.
So tonight is such a special night.
Yes.
Because we have for you the cast of Guys and Dolls coming back.
Well, most of them.
Well,
but
a
yes.
lot of them. And let me tell you, it scared the shit out of me having that many people in the theater. I was like, stay the fuck away from me. Put your mask on. But no,
No,
they were so
everyone's
good.
been
Everyone's
so
been so
lovely.
lovely and so kind and so giving to be here. I think we have 15 altogether.
Yeah. So as you guys know, we had to shut down Guys and Dolls at the end of our third weekend, and we tried
At
desperately.
well,
to
it
bring
hit the
the show
beginning of our
back.
third weekend.
Yeah, so that was March 15th, I think, was our last performance. And as you've seen, we've kept up the set, and we've checked in with you, and we've tried desperately to bring the show back, and now we're closed down again, and it's just. So we thought, you know what we can do?
Is we can bring them back and we can share
And
some numbers with you.
let's
and we
do-
have the amazing Adriana Sanchez herself, or as I like to say, Snatches is back. Johnny Fletcher's with us tonight.
Yes.
Erica Baldwin is here. Ira is with us tonight. We're gonna do a very special segment with Ira tonight. I love Ira. What an amazing man. And a lot of our kids came back.
Yeah, what was so great is that Guys and Dolls, we had so many new people with us and such great energy and such great young talent, and it was
And such lovely people.
really
Like just all
and the
of them,
show,
just
if
so
you didn't get to
lovely.
see it, I'm so sorry, and we didn't have a chance to even film it for archives. So
Yeah.
tonight is going to be a really great opportunity for all these incredible talented people to get to share with you some of the work that they did.
I
'cause
think the
it was
only
really
two
special.
people who aren't happy that the show came back were Nick and Tad. Because after 18 weeks, they'd have to pick me back up on their shoulder again.
Yeah, well, no one wants that.
And God only knows that's never gonna happen again.
Ah.
But no,
That
so
would have
nice
been a
to have the kids
hazard,
back.
considering.
Yeah. But yeah, there's lots of fun things coming for you. In fact, we're gonna split this show into 2 episodes, and we're actually doing something new. We're gonna go down to once every other week, right?
Right.
So we're gonna do once every other week because we found that our cocktail hour that started out, I think our first show was 45 minutes long and our last show was an hour and a half. And it's very hard for them to edit it in a week. So we're gonna do every other week from now on.
Yeah.
But that gives you time to catch up on all the other ones or go watch your favorites.
There have been some really great episodes, some really amazing guests, and some really special moments. So I even need to catch up myself. I haven't even done that yet.
I am totally caught up. I love to watch myself on film, so we're good. But you wanna sing a song, Nicole?
Let's sing a song for the people.
So what made you choose this song tonight? Because you chose this song.
Fly Me
This
to the
song is very
Moon?
special to me.
This song I've always loved. We've reached the point, I think even when we started out Cocktail Hour, we were like, we don't know what to sing, we don't know what to do, but it's such a great opportunity and to learn things on the fly.
Oh,
and,
totally.
And to, sing stuff that you might never have gotten the opportunity to do so before.
And this
so.
is such a great song. Was it Frank Sinatra that you heard, the version that you really loved?
Yeah, I do love Frank Sinatra, so.
Well, this is such a great song, and I love that you get to sing these beautiful words to me.
Acting!
Fly me to the. See, I fucked up. And let me play among the stars. Let me see what life is like on a Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me.
Oh my. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore.
She adores me.
In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
You know, one of my favorite things is, Nicole, is that for years and years and years, we're 16 years into this?
Into One More Productions? Yes.
Wow, God.
I know.
I know. I was 30. Yeah, 16 years, because I'll be 47 now in August. Anyways, people, even to this day, come up and ask me, like, how long have you and Nicole been married? Are you guys married? I would say, no, she's too mean to marry. And then when they ask me if we're
I
married,
am not the mean one.
I'm like, do you see the
Why is
fucking
this so
brooch?
far
Do you
away?
see the brooch? What makes you think I'm married to a woman? But yes, does anyone ever ask you if you're married?
No.
Is that because you hide?
I do hide, but you know what's funny is that in general, people tend to not recognize me like off stage. So
Oh, yeah.
I fly under the radar.
That's
a lot.
another one of my favorite things, is that for years people would walk up to you on gala night and say,
Do you know Damien?
do you know Damien?
Were
Did you
you
see
in
the
the show tonight?
Did you see the show? You're like, I am the fucking show.
The best has been when I've like run the box office during performances, if like Tad or is in a show or something.
Yeah.
Well, where's Tad? Well, who are you? Are you new?
But we have had some great experiences. There was that day in Costco that we got recognized twice in a row.
And then sometimes I get
Yeah.
followed around
People
stores
chasing you
and-
down, following
Yeah.
you.
So it's
asking
one
you-
extreme or the other.
Our Trader Joe's, in fact, our Trader Joe's girl and her daughter watches our show every week.
Hi.
But the guy who is so obsessed with you is Patsy Cline, that always wants to talk to you but can't look at your face.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm real. I'm just gonna buy eggs.
It's so much fun. And you know what else is fun? So many people donated to it this week and really took care of the theater. But unfortunately, Tad made a beautiful list for me and left me alone, and I lost the list. Because that's what I do when no one's in charge of me.
Yes.
But I will say that, I have to put my glasses back on.
I can
Laura
see-
and Dorothy, right?
Yep.
Dorothy, where are my shoes? Laura and Dorothy.
Who are you right now? What's happening?
I was being the witch. From the Wizard of Oz,
You're a
Dorothy.
terrible witch.
Oh, thank you. She donated $40 for Bob
Oh, my boyfriend!
because she loves the cookies that Pam made for her.
Yay!
Don't be taking credit from that, Laura and Dorothy. But yeah, Pam made some amazing
Thank you
cookies.
guys so much.
And thank you for that money, and thank you
We're
for
on
Bob.
to 3 toenails.
We're at 3 toenails now. So keep sending money for Bob. I think, we have to tell them.
And Pam's. Keep sending cookies.
Yes. Pam, you can donate cookies for the auction on August 15th, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes.
So we are doing our annual Hearts for the Arts event, which normally happens on the stage of the Gem. This year,
It's a stunning
we're
5-course
taking it
meal. We're gonna-
outside to the parking lot. We're going to do it under the stars. Debbie Ebert's coming to perform with her band.
Our boys are going to be here playing with us.
We've got a 5-course dinner that's being brought to you by executive
our
chef
executive-
Michael Sandy
Yep.
and Louise.
And it's all Argentinian
Yeah,
food.
Argentinian food, which is
It's
really
all
exciting.
it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a
And
beautiful
we've got
night.
a silent auction, and it's really the big fundraiser that we do for the year. And we were
Yeah.
like, you know what? We're gonna move forward with this event. We're gonna do it outside, and
We're going to
and
social distance. It's going to be beautiful
so
and amazing.
The tickets are on sale. We hope you'll
Get
come
your
join
tickets
us.
now,
It's a
and if
really,
you
really
can't be
amazing
here, you
evening.
can always donate, or if you've got an auction item, send it in to us. Maybe we'll auction ourselves off this year.
Oh my! Nobody wants that.
No, no one does.
There's no bids.
That was like the last time we did
Maybe
that.
people can do a photo op with Bob.
There you go. Oh, and then maybe we can do like a little fundraiser for Bob and do photo op with him. I love that idea.
That's what I just said.
Well, I was jumping in on it.
Oh my God! Let's get back to this song.
Take it away.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Well, that was lovely. You boys just played the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Hi, Jerry. Speaking of Jerry, we got to go have dinner with Jerry at the club the other night. It was so lovely and kind. I think the
By
only
the
thing
club,
that was
we mean
missing,
the Bahia Corinthian Yacht Club in Corona del Mar, and they have an incredible restaurant, outdoor seating, and they're doing takeout.
and
So-
you sit right there and watch the boat sail by. It
It's
was
gorgeous.
beautiful.
You don't have to be a member to go eat there, and the food is
Oh,
honestly
my
outrageously
God.
good.
The food is
And
fantastic.
you can't, the view doesn't get any better. So,
Oh no, it's
yeah.
absolutely beautiful. So you should go
Keep
have
going
dinner.
and supporting and keeping these places
Keep
open.
these places open. You know, all of our restaurants down here, they're doing parkless now, so they're in the street. Louis was kicking tonight. Azteca, the Wharf. It's now the Wharf.
Yeah.
They could change their name all the time, but it's wonderful stuff. Kay's is going well. Everyone's doing good. But I think it's time to get on with Guys and Dolls,
Let's
don't
do
you?
it.
So
Very
let's bring out
exciting.
the cast of Guys and Dolls. Ha ha!
Cheers!
You see me roll for 100 G's, but I got a little bit more than dough riding on this one. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me, the pickings have been lush, and yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners, you might refuse to stay, and so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight, luck be a lady tonight, luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with, luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. Lady wouldn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, it isn't nice. Lady wouldn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's night. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck, you've never been a lady to begin with. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Be a lady with me. Lady wouldn't flirt with strangers. She'd have a heart, she'd have a soul. Lady wouldn't make little snake eyes at me when I bet my life on this roll. Let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady.
We're in so much trouble.
Oh my
why we're in trouble?
Why are we in trouble, Damien?
Because we have our youngest and our
Most mature.
actor in the show for Guys and Dolls with us tonight. Can I welcome Shayna and Ira? Here we go, little cocktail music. Here we go. Oh, look at Ira. Hello. Oh, so skinny, fitting in there.
You both look so amazing.
Well, thank you. You don't look so bad yourself, honey.
Thank you. I'm getting the hang of it, you know? We've been
So
doing this
I'm
for a
gonna just
while.
say it right now. Horrible question to ask. How old are you?
I'm 15.
And how old are you?
I'm 81.
But wait, we have an issue. You don't have a cocktail.
No.
You're on cocktail
And
hour?
That's
you
very
have a cocktail.
disappointing. I know.
How dare you?
Where are my boys?
That's jail.
My goodness! I'm double fisting, but what a night to double fist with those boys.
What else is new? We are drinking a well, the three of us are drinking. Shayna's having a Shirley Temple, okay,
Yes.
of course. That's how we do. We're having a Bahama Mama because
Oh my God.
Guys and Dolls is all about the rum, right? This
Yes.
drink calls for 3 different kinds of rum. And I thought, what could be better? So we've got your Bacardi, we've got your Myers rum, we've got your coconut rum, and we've got your orange juice and your pineapples. So
And a little
cheers.
grenadine.
Cheers,
I think there's
cheers.
something else in this one. Oh,
Does 3 kinds of rum and Seagram 7 go together? Oh my God.
Delicious! Are you kidding?
I think I got 4 kinds of rum in here.
So let's talk. So we were doing Guys and Dolls, and we were like in our second weekend, and then COVID went down, and we shut down the show. And for you, you were just so brilliant in the show as Arvide. Like,
Thank you.
so beautiful, so
Yay.
lovely, so talented. So what have you been doing for the past 18 weeks of your life?
I've been walking Oogie's feet off.
Good. Now Oogie is.
Oogie is my 8-year-old Jack Russell Terrier mix. So Myrna and I got him in 2012. He was 4 months old. And he loves people, hates dogs and other animals. Mostly that's what I've been doing, and worrying a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely. So was it scary for you to come out tonight? I mean, the cast was like so clear, like stay away from Ira.
Yeah, well,
Is,
you know,
is that a weird conversation for you? Like,
yes.
because
It's weird because where I live, I'm certainly not the oldest person there. It's a senior complex. And there's a lot of caution, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. I'm fairly fit. I go to the grocery store frequently. I wear a mask. When I walk the dog, I don't wear a mask unless I confront people very close by. But I don't like this lifestyle at all.
no, and you know, Ira, we got to work together with Secret Garden.
Yes.
But you and I worked together at Orange Coast College before that. And what else did you do with
Well,
us?
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Well,
We
anything
were
goes was
buddies and
here.
anything goes.
You
But
played
we did
opposites.
Follies at
We did
Orange
Follies
Coast
at Orange
College.
Coast College together.
And I don't know if you were involved when I did Little Shop of Horrors at OCC, where Jeff was the music director.
Jeff was the music director? Oh my
Were you
God.
Mr. Mushnick?
What?
Were you Mr. Mushnick?
I was.
So how did you start doing theater? Like,
Actually, I always had a passion for singing, but I never felt comfortable acting or performing. I did a little bit of acting in college. I remember we had an original musical called Hell of an Angel. Took place in a department store, and it was a story about the angel and the devil competing for one of the sales clerks in the department store. I got cast as one of the department store clerks.
Not the devil?
No. And I really was not comfortable. I'm not comfortable in groups, but I love performing, so it was a conflict. But I do remember in this show, one night somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do, and I stepped in and gave one of my 3 lines, and I think I skipped 43 pages of dialogue. It was the shortest performance on record.
So now you're from New York originally, right?
I'm from New York originally.
Where
Brooklyn.
from? What? Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, have you been to
Brilliant.
Brooklyn lately? Like, it's a whole new...
I haven't been to Brooklyn since I moved away. I've been to New York frequently, but never back to Brooklyn.
So, you're a New York boy. Now, you may not have been a performer, but you were a lover of the Broadway stage,
Very
right?
much so.
So, what was your first Broadway show?
My first Broadway show was a Frank Lesser show. I think it was the late 40s, early 50s. It was Where's Charlie?
Oh, yeah. Not a big run, but...
Ray Bolger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That grabbed me. I loved it. I loved going to the theater. When I got to college, I joined a fraternity, and I found a group of brothers who loved theater, and we would second act. We didn't pay a penny. We would go, after the intermission, we would walk and find an empty seat and watch the show. And then when I started working and I could afford it, I was able to see first act.
So, I know that you were like a true...
Amazing.
You've been singing Broadway. What year was you? Good Charlie?
Where's Charlie?
What year was that?
I want to say late 40s, early 50s.
So,
probably
how many
48.
Broadway shows do you think you've
Oh,
seen?
God.
50, 100?
I don't even
More
think
than
I
100.
could name that.
More than 100.
So, out of everything you saw on Broadway, what was the moment for you that you were like, this is the moment of Broadway that I will always remember?
Well, I have to tell you, my favorite show is My Fair Lady. It was a perfect blend of music, lyrics, story, content, production values. It was perfect. I think one of the reasons it was so good is Lerner and Loewe, I think, stole a lot of the dialogue from George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion. It's almost verbatim.
Yeah.
But it's just a marvelous blend of
So
all
what
of
year
these
was that?
ingredients. Ooh, 56, 57, I'm not
So
sure.
who were the stars? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, I do. Everybody remembers. Rex Harrison, Julie Andrews, Robert Goulet. Was it Robert Goulet?
Oh my
no,
God.
No.
Rex Harrison, Julie Andrews, and Stanley Holloway.
Yeah.
Julie Andrews has always been one of my
You saw
all-time
them on
favorites.
stage.
I did.
So, I mean, to see her.
And speaking about
Wow.
seeing people, like you lived in a hotel for a while,
I did.
and you saw like the reason of my being, Ethel Merman.
I did.
She jumped into an
The
elevator
reason of my being.
She was. I had been living in Los Angeles, and I moved back to New York. And until I could find an apartment, the company I worked for, which is was a major record company, put me up in a hotel, and a very good one in the East 50s. And I had a Shetland sheepdog then, one day I was walking into the elevator, and there was Ethel Merman standing there.
Holy shit! What do you do when you walk
What do
in
you
an
do?
elevator?
I idolized her.
Of course.
And of course, I wanted so much to say, oh, I love you, you're so terrific. And I started to do that, but she had that look, that fierce look, that definitely said, leave me alone. And I did.
Now, speaking about Ethel Merman, you got a really cool opportunity, and you saw her on her final day.
I did. Not
As-
the final day, but that show ran forever.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of movie stars.
Well,
and
Hello
theater-
Dolly
What show-
played.
she's
Was Hello
Hello
Dolly.
Dolly.
And she closed the show on
She
Broadway.
closed the show.
But they offered her the role originally, and
That's
she's like,
correct.
no, I don't want it.
Right.
But she closed it.
She's
on
like,
Broadway.
no, I don't want it.
She's like, no!
I fucking don't want it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got to see her in one of her
I
final
did. I
performances.
saw her in
And
one
you
of
had
the-
like house tickets,
I
right?
had house tickets. At the time, I was working for a record company. No, I was working for Billboard, actually. In
Oh,
LA.
we're getting into that in a
We had
moment.
moved to Billboard. Billboard. I worked originally for Billboard in New York, and we moved our main offices to LA. And I was taking a trip, a vacation back to New York, and RCA offered me house tickets for the show. I have recordings from every show going, mostly complimentary from the record companies.
Wow.
So what was it like sitting in the audience and watching Ethel Merman do Hello Dolly?
Just really, she was terrific, by the way.
Did you ever see her in anything else?
I saw her in everything else.
Everything she ever did.
I saw her in most of the.
You
a
saw
lot
her
of
play
the
Mama
shows.
Rose?
Now,
What? I saw her as Mama
now,
Rose.
do you see in Damien any Ethel Merman the way that he sees Ethel Merman in himself?
No, but I see a little bit. I see a little bit of Ethel Merman and Adriana.
Oh, all right.
Fuck you, Ira.
Where?
So now, speaking of RCA and Billboard, there's a really great secret about you.
What's that?
Well, how did the top 10 come around?
Well, now it's objectively computerized. When I was the manager of the charts department, we
What year was that?
Well, it was 1960. I started working for Billboard in 1965 when I got out of the Army, and I worked there probably.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
No, thank you,
Cheers.
honestly.
And I worked there until about 71. I started out as a clerk, but I ended up as the manager. How we ranked the records was a combination of sales and airplay. The airplay, we got easily the playlists from the radio stations. The sales was a little more complicated because we would call record stores. The problem was that some of the stores we would call one week specialized in R&B, rhythm and blues. Other times we would call record stores that had an emphasis on country and western. So it was really our job, my job and the director's job, to synthesize the information and subjectively choose. I didn't do any payola, but we did have to make assumptions. And it was a very subjective process until computers came
But
along.
you chose
So
the top
you're
10.
I did. I chose the top 100.
But you're being very kind right now, but no one had ever done that before you.
What's that?
No one had ever chose the top 10 or
Oh
the top
yeah.
100.
Oh sure they did that. Not only I.
But you were the Billboard.
Yes, I was the Billboard, but somebody did it before I got the job.
But you're the Billboard top 10 that's still around today.
Yes.
And that's Ira.
Cheers to that.
So Ira,
Yes.
when we did Guys and Dolls, I was very clear where I seated you, and I seated you next to the youngest girls in the cast.
You mean in the dressing room?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
So what was it like sitting next to Shayna?
Well, when
Now that she's in front of
when
you,
I
no
wasn't
pressure,
going
Stan.
over my lines, I was watching them do homework.
Yeah.
Algebra and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
I would have
don't like
offered to
math.
help, but I wouldn't have been able to. So.
Well, my
We wouldn't have
favorite.
either.
My question to the audience is: raise your hand. Who was the first person to have a hip replacement surgery? Raise your
Some
hand.
trivia. It could be
No,
trivia
you-
because listen, you guys. Nobody won the trivia about Bobby Stonewall a couple weeks ago.
Well, I broke in the bottle tonight, so. But no, you had a hip replacement, right?
Yeah.
So raise your hand. So let's talk to Shayna. So Shayna is the baby. She has always been the baby. She started out with Gypsy, and I will tell you,
2014.
my favorite thing about your audition was You came in and you had a hairpiece and you had an outfit on and you sang your song, and then all of a sudden it was a dance time. And you came with like this leopard print thing and a whole new hair. I'm like, she is baby June. How old were you?
I was, I think, 8.
Speak up, girl.
I think I was 8 during that.
8, and now you're 15.
Yeah.
Driver's permit
You've survived
coming.
us.
So now, there is nothing that I can say tonight or nothing I can drink tonight that this girl has not already witnessed.
Oh, yeah.
How many times have you heard me say fuck in your life?
Too many to count.
Exactly.
At
thank
least
you.
3,000.
Yeah, there's literally.
So you start as the baby,
Yes.
and you are always going to be the baby. And it's so funny because people walk in the theater who don't know you. I'm like, no, this is the baby. Like,
She owns this place.
it goes me, Nicole, or Nicole. It actually goes Nicole, me, Shayna,
There
Tad.
we go. There we have it.
So, no, but like, so what has COVID been like for you?
Well, first it was just doing homework at 3 o'clock in the morning because I refused to do it during the day because I didn't want to. And then I would wake up at 2:30 in the afternoon because I didn't want to go to bed. And just a lot of walks and cooking with you.
Yep. Well, Shayna and I have a very special experience. Shayna has always been part of my life. She's been part of my like social circle from like day one. So when we went to COVID, we were always spending so much time together. I'm like, Billy, which we love Billy.
My mom.
Hi, love you, Billy. I'm like, Billy, can we bring Shayna home to me every week? So every Friday, and now we switched over a couple of days, but she comes, and for the past 16 weeks,
Wow, yeah.
we have been doing cooking lessons. So what have you learned to cook?
I have learned to cook. I have learned to make homemade salsa, which is very difficult.
My grandmother's recipe,
Yes,
my
delicious.
family recipe,
In the special bowl,
Yeah.
especially.
which you get when I die. It's like, yay, die now. What else have you learned?
I learned how to make, what is it, Cornish game hen?
Cornish game
Corn-
hens.
That one.
And
That
then
was
Cornish game hen.
we've done lasagna. We've done.
lasagna was so good. I recreated
You
it.
guys
at
What's your
done
home.
fried
favorite? What's your
chicken?
favorite?
My favorite was
Oh,
the feta
fried chicken.
cheese.
We've done fried chicken, mashed potatoes.
Oh, that was good.
Collard greens. We've done asparagus and chicken and bacon.
Bacon.
My favorite though was the fettuccine alfredo that we made. 'cause-
Fettuccine, not fettuccine.
Sorry, when I was younger, my dad always used to call it Fred. So, like we're having Fred for dinner, so that's just what
And
I
our
called it.
fettuccine alfredo has like heavy cream cheese.
It's not the healthy kind of
no,
fettuccine
No, there's
at
nothing.
all.
That is.
That's why
that's
I
the
was
cheating kind.
600 pounds
Yes,
and gained 14
Let's
pounds.
blame this on Shayna.
It's all Shayna's
Everybody.
fault.
Always.
Yeah.
So, and then here's the fun thing. Like we talked about, you gonna have a. Can I? Well, not fun, but.
It's a joke now.
So you were training and you were like a gymnastic and a swimmer and you were like Olympic ready to go. And then what happened?
When I was 12, I was diagnosed with avascular necrosis, AVN, which is where you lose blood flow to your hip. And normally, like 40-year-old, like people are supposed to get it, not 12-year-olds.
So you were like 1 out of 16. Am I?
1 out of 20,000 people get it, so it's very rare,
Yeah.
especially for someone my age.
So you were doing gymnastics. You were dancing. You were like on top of the
Brilliant
world.
gymnast. Brilliant
Like
gymnast.
no, like going to the Olympics.
Yeah. I was on the road.
And then shit happens.
Exactly.
So you were on. So one leg spot, like
Okay, so I was 16 centimeters difference in my left leg to my right leg. So I had to wear like different size shoes. So I had a 1 platform shoe and 1 non-platform shoe. And then I had a heel lift inside of the other shoe. So it was a mess, but I was also on crutches
And you
for
were
2
on crutches
years.
for years.
Yeah.
But I will say, if
But-
you guys saw Shayna came out on
you
this
did Hello
fucking
Dolly.
stage.
You
The
did
holiday gem every
2
year.
holiday gems.
Yeah.
Like you were,
kidding?
and the thing is just like I won't care. And then I love during the holiday gem. you threw the crutches down. You're like, I'll still do a cartwheel.
Yeah, I did that. It
Yeah.
was fun.
No, but the thing I think is so amazing about you is that you have resolve behind you. You were like, fuck this. I'm gonna do this anyways.
Yeah.
But then you had a hip replacement.
Oh yeah, that made everything so much better.
So now you're wearing like a good 3-inch heel tonight. Mm-hmm. So how are you
We
feeling
love our
now?
heels, right, girl?
Yes.
So are you good?
Yeah.
Everything's good?
Everything's good. I am a year post-op actually in June, but everything has changed so much. I'm now a diver, like off of the big platforms and stuff into the water, which was the closest thing I could get to back to gymnastics because I love gymnastics. So yeah, it was just good.
That's amazing.
And,
And you're
also,
still gonna keep performing with us, right?
Oh, definitely, always. Definitely.
And Christmas show this year, you're gonna come back for it, right?
Duh.
Well, we thought it was so cool to bring you and Ira together for
Yeah.
this segment because we wanted our youngest performer in Guys and Dolls.
And our
And-
most mature performer.
Our oldest performer. That's what it
Yeah. But I mean, to show the resilience between the two of you. I mean, two incredible people that have had such amazing lives, and you guys are so amazing and wonderful and so talented, and we're so grateful for all that you do for us on stage and off. You've both supported us, whether it's being in a show or being at an event or whatever it is. And Shayna, I know for you, I mean, coming out here on your crutches and still performing, like, that takes guts, girl.
Yeah.
It was just a little thing, you know? It just
We
made
so
it a thing.
appreciate you.
Oh, I want to cry right now, but I'm gonna make my mascara run.
I feel like, well, Ira has a song to sing for
I
us.
was gonna say, like, I think it's Ira. You sang such a beautiful song in Guys and Dolls, and the lovely thing was you got to sing it with Erica, but you got to sing it with Erica when she was a kid, right? Well, you've known Erica since she was a kid. I mean, now
Yes,
she's
I
like
knew
a,
Erica when she first, I think, started to perform.
Yeah.
She was in the same musical theater class at Orange Coast College. This is
Oh, yes, because of Miss Beth Hansen.
Yes.
That's the fun thing is that Beth is one of my best friends and one of your best
Yes.
friends, and like, I mean, she's older than all of us, but.
But has touched all
She
of our
wears
hearts.
it
No,
well.
but Beth is like, literally, there's not a person on this stage that has not worked with Beth. She was your Mama Rose, our family, your Mama Rose, your teacher, your
I
friend. You worked
auditioned for
opposite
this
with her.
for this show for Anything Goes
Yeah.
because of her.
Richard worked with her, Saddleback. All of them played for shows with her for years. Like, Beth is such an influential, quiet moment in our theater.
Right.
But Beth brought breath. Beth is a breath for us, but she brought you to us.
Yes.
And you had this beautiful moment with us on stage. Would you sing it for us now?
I'll be happy to. I regret that I can't sing it to Erica live because she really inspired me to go overboard.
You
But
want her up here?
Erica, where are you?
Come on up here.
Come up here, Erica.
I need a tissue. Wait, my
Come on up.
Come on.
Come on up.
I can stand.
Take my spot. You take my spot.
Can I stand? I'll stand.
I'll move for you.
Yeah.
Just sit. Just sit.
Oh,
Let
you
them
can stand. Okay, you can stand.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Velvet, I can wish you for the color of your coat, and fortune smiling all along your way. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. Mansions I can wish you, 7 footmen all in red, and calling cards upon a silver tray. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. Standing there, gazing at you, full of the bloom of you. Standing there, gazing at you with a sheep's eye and a licorice tooth. Music, I can wish ya merry music while you're young, and wisdom when your hair has turned to gray. But more I cannot wish ya than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. With a sheep's eye and a licorice tooth, and the strong arms to carry you away. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
I love you,
you.
Ira. I love you. You have no idea what you've brought into our home, what you've brought into our life, how you've changed us. Having the conversation with the kids that I see you have backstage with them. Shayna, has he not changed you?
Oh, he totally has. He's given me so many stories about his life, and they're so wonderful, and they're just so sweet. And I love him for that.
Well, I thank you for giving a young guy a break.
You
We
always have a
appreciate you
home.
both so much.
We love you, Ira. We
Thank
love you,
you.
Shayna. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's do a little cheers.
Cheers.
Ah.
Cheers.
Just lovely. Shayna, what are you gonna sing?
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Well, here we are.
With our
And-
beautiful choreographer, Miss Heather.
Oh my gosh, look how you stepped down into it. You look so beautiful
Oh,
tonight.
there she is.
So you were choreographer extraordinaire for Guys and Dolls. And we also had two young people with us that choreographed along with us. And they were kids that started out with us, right?
Yeah.
So Racy and Katie, what was the first time? Racy was Hello Dolly.
I think
was
they
the first
both
show.
Hello Dolly was their first
And
show.
yeah, they were both dancing waiters. But at the time, all three of us had the conversation, how talented and how giving and kind they were. So what happened, Nicole?
Well, it's been a big mission of ours since the beginning, because we've all benefited from other people mentoring us and sort of paving the way. That it's been a mission of ours to pave the way for other people. So when we see promising young people that have so much talent and so much to give and are so eager to learn, an opportunity like Guys and Dolls comes along and we can say, let's hand you a number under the guidance of Heather, under the guidance of us, to say, let's do this. Let's give you an opportunity to really stretch your wings and put something together. And now we tasked them with a
Number and a half.
pretty large number, which was Havana.
But before that, who was the person that's stepped up for you and said hey, here's your moment?
Well, the honest truth,
Yeah?
I made my own moment. I found every single person that I could work under that would say yes to me, to learn what they did and how they did it and what their method and what their process was. But I know that I was so blessed to be able to do that any opportunity I get in my life to mentor someone else and to just be that person that they can come to and say, is this right? And how do you do this? And just pick your brain, I think makes us better artists because you're
definitely.
constantly picking from other people. You're constantly learning different avenues and different ideas. And I love the fact on our end of bringing in younger people, the next generation, not just the mentorship, but the fresh ideas and the
yeah.
new perspectives totally helps keep us on our toes for what we do
definitely.
and what we create.
And you came in because of Shauna.
I did.
Bye Bye
yes.
Birdie was your first show with us.
Yes, it was.
And now it's like years later. How many?
And
Can
we
you
won't
do
let her
like
go.
off the top of your head? How many shows?
Oh, how many shows?
9.
It's probably been about 9 or 10.
9, 10, yeah.
It's been 4 years. The summer of 2016 was when I came on.
So like 10 or 12 now.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's a little bit more.
So how amazing that we are able to create something, that you're able to create something with us to allow the talent of tomorrow to come step forward. And speaking of the talent of tomorrow,
Yes.
this is my Racy and this is my Katie. Come on out. Where are my kids?
Yes!
Oh, look at you guys.
Look at these two beauties.
So Hello Dolly was your first show?
Yeah.
And Hello Dolly was your first show?
So what in the world made you two audition for Hello Dolly?
I saw it on Backstage, just random.
And you're like, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So you're from,
Washington State.
and how did you start dancing?
When I was like 2, all my siblings were doing baseball, and my mom was like, "Oh, let's put her in something." And so just found like a random studio, put me in.
And how many years? You were 2?
Brilliantly, naturally
Yeah, I was
talented.
2.
And then look at you today. One of my most favorite, I've always loved watching you dance, whether it was a boy waiter or with an umbrella in your hand. But when you did West Side Story and you did your ballet, it was just so stunning
you.
and beautiful. No. So, and you, how did you start?
How did I start dancing or
Just
here?
in general, in theater, like what was your first moment? You did Braver Players.
Yeah,
And I love Braver Players.
Yeah,
I
they're
love
amazing,
her. She's
yeah.
amazing and talented. So how old were you?
When I started Braver Players?
Yeah.
When I was like 11, I think, or 12, around there.
Did you start dancing then? Because you're a trained dancer, but you did not start training till like recently, right?
Yeah, I just did kind of whatever they told me to do in the shows and stuff like that, and I was always kind of athletic and I could move well. But as far as dancing went, I didn't really do any like formal training until I got out of high school.
Yeah.
And then I went to OCC and I took ballet, jazz, tap, and Latin dance. So I got to use all of that. But yeah, I didn't start training until then, and now here I am, and I got to audition here. So.
Now Race is not only a dancer, but he is a gold platinum apron
Coffee master.
Oh yeah, yeah.
coffee master. Yeah, I knew it was something.
Yeah, well,
Starbucks.
I
You
was
won the big award.
I was the.
I'm just gonna keep filling myself up until you
I won
respond.
Fill him up, whatever it is.
But I won the Barista Championship for the Starbucks big competition that they have in 2017, where you make lattes and you do latte art, and like they do a taste test and everything to make sure the foam is right and everything. And this is a real thing. Like people don't believe me when I
That's
tell
so
them.
cool.
No, it's a super
Yeah,
cool
it was a
thing.
big thing and everything. It was like 1,500 people or something like that. Where it's
Whoa,
all the competitions.
Yes.
So out of 1,500 people, number 1. And then you're also a roofer.
I'm a roofer, yeah. So I build roofs. Rational Roofing, if anybody needs a roof
There
that
we
they
go.
need built or repaired.
National Roofing.
There you go.
Everyone does.
I do
Yes.
that for like 10-ish hours in the day sometimes, 8 normally, but yeah. So I do that and then I work at Starbucks.
And you're also a cocktail boy.
I am also the cocktail boy here, yes.
And then you are a friend, how do I say it, a friend of Mickey's?
I work at Disneyland.
So you two met doing Hello Dolly.
We did.
Yes.
So did you
So
hit
when
it
you
off
saw him,
right
were you like,
away?
I hate him?
Do you want me to?
Well, but
okay.
you guys have become like major dance partners, and you train and you
Yeah.
work on lifts together. So like, how did that blossom into a
We,
thing?
our first conversation actually at the first like read-through / meet and greet of Hello Dolly was probably one of the most awkward conversations you could see.
I was sitting there, I was like, this guy's gonna lift me.
And I was just walking in and I was like, a pretty girl's my partner and I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. So it turned out really good though. So we became friends.
You guys
and-
like became like best friends, right?
Yeah, we like
Yeah.
hang out. Like he's friends with my boyfriend too. We just like all 3 hang out all the time.
That's so cool.
And you guys, I've seen the videos. You guys have worked up some incredible lifts and have become incredible dance partners together.
The thing I love about both of you is that no matter what I ask, you do it. Like, you just always step forward. You are always kind. You're always giving. You're always there and supporting everyone in the back. And my God, I can turn to you and say, like, learn to play the spoons and jump off the table.
Yes.
And you're like, okay. And the next day you walk in and you do it. So
I have to ask though, so when we came to you for Guys and Dolls and said like we'd like you to choreograph a number, had either of you ever choreographed something, and what was it like working with your peers that like the show before you had been dancing alongside and now you were in charge of like putting a number together for them?
Yeah. Well, I'm a choreographer for like elementary schools and then like teen troops and stuff like that. But as far as like this level of choreography, I hadn't really worked with these kinds of dancers before. And working with peers was an experience, and we learned different things throughout the whole thing as far as like how to handle different things and how to figure it out and stuff like that. Katie, do you want to take it away, or are you okay?
I'd never really like choreographed for a musical before. I'd only done recital numbers for like dance studios. This was a different experience, like having to tell the story as well as the dance, and working with people who are trained in musical theater rather than like dancers was kind of a struggle.
you had like all levels. I mean, you had like trained dancers, and then you had me. So
we went from like here to here, so trying to even it out.
Do you feel like now, like when you go back into rehearsal with like Miss Heather, like for the next show that we, fingers crossed, get to do, like that you will have a different appreciation for like learning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you guys gonna do for us tonight?
We're gonna dance a section of Havana, the number that we choreographed together.
Well, we are so excited.
I'm so excited.
I know. Well, like I love to say, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, we're so proud of you both, and we're so grateful for you.
Very proud.
Yeah, and we're so thrilled that that you were able to come on board for Guys and Dolls, and I hope many more shows to come because you're both incredible talents.
So Miss Heather,
this whole team.
Oh yeah, totally. So before we go, what would be the one thing that you would say to them now after seeing what they did and where you are and where they are now? Like, what would be the next step of advice for them?
You know what? You get praised a lot, which is well-deserved. You're both very talented. You both have a lot of great things just about who you are as humans and as artists, which is awesome. I would say always look for the situation where you can find where you don't feel comfortable, because where you're uncomfortable is where you grow. Whether it's a choreographer or a performer, whatever. So whether it's working with your peers or learning how to lead a rehearsal effectively, whatever it is, find that, and that's where you need to put your energy and your effort so that you can come out even stronger and better. Rather than spending all your time going, well, I know that I can salsa really well, or do you know what I mean? Look for the things that you know you don't succeed in or you don't feel super strong in, and dive into those and find the people to mentor you or to just learn under, that you not just value the art that they bring to the table, but who they are as people. Because being artists and working in this world, it's, in my opinion, our souls that make us who we really are, and that's where you're gonna really find out who you are, is learning under those people.
That's perfect.
Thank you,
Cheers, you guys.
Cheers, you guys. You're not drinking because you have to do a lift, so. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go! Havana!
Yes!
here we are, closing of our first show. We're gonna sing a song that we've sung a few times. It's our song. Well, it's really Barbara's and Judy's, but I think we own it now. They're both dead. Well, no, Barbara's not dead.
We're giving them a run for their money, for sure.
No, it's a song that we love. It's a song that I love, but it's also a song that Jimmy and Bobby love. And Jim has been we are the theater that we are because Jim and Bobby stood up from the beginning. And I know how much he loves this song, and I got a really great chance to visit with Bobby and Jim this week. So I want to dedicate this song to them. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We love you, Jim and Bobby.
And you know
about
what else we love? We love the Pittmans, and I miss the Pittmans so much. And they're so cute because they live like across
Cheers,
the
you
street from them.
guys.
So this is for the Pittmans and the Stovall's and for all of you. And it is a day to be happy.
It is because our Guys and Dolls cast has been back with us.
It's
and
our closing
we're so
day.
grateful, and we still get to make music and do what we love, and even if it's in this different form. But we're with you and we're thinking about you always, and hope you're having a cocktail. One more. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy.
Are here again.
You better chase
Skies above our clear
away.
again.
Shout hallelujah.
So let's sing a
come
song
on, get
of cheer
happy.
again. Happy days are here again.
The sun is shining, come on, get happy.
Shout it out, there's
Love is
no
waiting
one
to take
who
your
can shout it out.
Shout hallelujah.
So tell the world
and
to
just get
shout
happy.
it out. Happy
We're
days
heading
are
towards the
here
promised land.
again.
We're heading down the river soon. Our cares will be all gone.
There'll be no more trouble from now on. From now on.
Forget your troubles
Happy
and
days
just get happy.
are here again. The
Better chase all your
skies
cares
are all
away.
clear again.
Shout hallelujah.
Sing a
come
song
on,
of
get
cheer
happy.
again. Happy times.
Happy times.
Happy nights.
Happy nights.
Happy days are here
Cheers.
Here we go! What an amazing musician tonight! Thank you guys so much for playing. First off, the cast of Guys and Dolls. And of course, our very own Jewish tornado. On drums back here, Jeff Siegel. Vince on sax and horns back here, looking to play those reeds. Our amazing musical director extraordinaire, Mr. Richard Abraham. Thank you, Richard. Beautiful work.
There he is.
And how could we do anything without the backbone of the theater, Miss Nicole Cosenzo herself? And I am your hostess with the mostest. Ha ha!
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you guys so much. We love you. We love you. We miss you. Come home soon. August 15th. Don't forget. Big night. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good night. Come on, Nicole.
Thank you.